Everybody knew the prodigies like Jamal got next, but slept on the underdog they never expect. The student with the rawest technique, who used sheer grind to level up each week. That's me, P. The hardest hit, I stay determined to prove rap masters, teachers can boost your sermons. I faced the toughest trials in the streets, no joke. Did the mental push-ups till the real me awoke. To channel these rhymes out my vocal corridor. I was the class clown, now I'm the one they can't ignore. He went through the struggle, found his light to shine. The lost disciple, truth in every line. Came back to the streets where the blind lead the blind. He had the remedy, brought hope every time.
They all slept on my grind, but I just kept climbing. Rap master, saw a warrior in the way I was rhyming. That inner fire, hustle mixed with desire to drop bars to spark and light up the fire. Rap nirvanas that these foes is living, get burned in. So I traveled far and wide, came back as a sensei who spits wisdom like a monk in a Shaolin way. Cross paths with sages, learn from the greats every
He
day.
went through the struggle, found his light to shine. The lost disciple, truth in every line. Came back to the streets where the blind lead the blind. He had the remedy, brought hope every time. So I arm myself with words like a soldier with heat, to cut through the lies with every verse I speak. The fake prophets fell first under the rhymes I wield, to cleanse the scene of the fakes and the false ideals. Had to rewrite the codes, change up the decrees until the game was rebuilt. From the ground to the thrones overseas. Call me the rebel king on these metaphorical streets, using my art to pierce through the lies and deceit. Make them open their eyes to the real and the raw, beyond the fake glamour and the pitfalls they saw. You went fools they saw, you went fools they saw. He went through the struggle, found his light to shine. The lost disciple, truth in every line. Came back to the streets where the blind lead the blind. He had the remedy, brought hope every time.
So I arm myself with words like a soldier with heat, to cut through the lies with every verse I speak. The fake prophets fell first under the rhymes I will, to cleanse the scene of the fakes and the false ideals. Had to rewrite the codes, change up the degrees until the game was rebuilt. From the ground to the thrones overseas. Call me the rebel king on these metaphorical streets, using my art to pierce through the lies and deceit. Make them open their eyes to the real and the raw, beyond the fake glamour and the pitfalls they saw. Through trials and tribulations, he found his path, guided by the wisdom, escaping the wrath. Now he stands tall, a beacon in the storm. The lost disciple, in his soul a fireball.
Yo, this ain't right, this is the same hood I left. What kind of game did this world get swept? From the wisdom my soul was embracing, to now seeing my people lost dreams erasing. My brothers caught in the traps of street fame, chasing fast money and the pride that came. And my sisters caught in the role of the object, practicing ways that only lead to more regret. That's when I heard rap master in my mind. If they don't listen, you gotta make them see the signs. Use the strength you got, don't let them fall behind. He went through the struggle, found his light to shine. The lost disciple, truth in every line. Came back to the streets where the blind lead the blind. He had the remedy, brought hope every time. He went through the struggle, found his light to shine. The lost disciple, truth in every line. Came back to the streets where the blind lead the blind. He had the remedy, brought hope every time. I returned from a journey from the spiritual heights, to find my folks caught in material fights. So I pull out the wisdom from the ancient scripts, to break down the walls of greed and the violent grips. Step to me, I bring the truth with precision. Right sharp as swords, cutting through the division. Opening minds, breaking life's false illusions, showing the path to real resolutions. I keep pushing the truth like a prophet on a mission, carrying rap masters like spreading his vision. So while you're chasing trends, I follow the cosmic signs, Sow the seeds of hope in that darkest terrain, so the trees of tomorrow bear the fruits we've attained.
As I trek through the ashes of humanity's darkest hours, bear witness to the remnants of evil, sadistic powers. I stood before mountains of bones from the Holocaust fallen, felt my heart crushed under that incomprehensible burden. Wave after wave of mutilated skeletons piled in destitution. I panicked thinking, dear God, for this is their absolution. See, the innocent were robbed of their homes and lives just because hatred and intolerance were allowed to thrive. It solidified my mission to uproot that evil pestilence, to ensure history favors the righteous resilience. As I wiped my eyes, I heard Rap Master's voice eternal, saying, look at what transpires when we lose the lights fraternal. But don't succumb to hopelessness or lose your higher vision. Now is the time to plant seeds that can heal this open lesion. So I plant the seeds of hope wherever malice grows, nurture that wise tree to bear the fruits that shine hope. Through the darkest path I'll cultivate the enlightened vision, dispelling fear and hatred with thoughts of the highest mission. So I plant the seeds of hope wherever malice grows, nurture that wise tree to bear the fruits that shine hope. Through the darkest path I'll cultivate the enlightened vision, dispelling fear and hatred with thoughts of the highest mission. Then I came across the mountain of stone crosses, expanded, draping across the horizon as far as the pupils landed. These were the graves of the holy warriors and street philosophers who fought the wickedness trying to deform our future. So I bowed down in ultimate respect to the blessed protectors who paved the righteous path ahead. Rap Master's voice emerged in my psyche again like a lecture. These souls gave their lives to keep the balance from teetering into the chaos and domination of injustice, ripping for the innocent, spreading love's true luminescence. As you move forth to combat what's left of the demonic, remember their example, their struggle was iconic. I said word life and kept moving on my journey, but with new inspiration from the honorable early. So I plant the seeds of hope wherever malice grows, nurture that wise tree to bear the fruits that shine hope. Through the darkest path I'll cultivate the enlightened vision, dispelling fear and hatred with thoughts of the highest mission. So I plant the seeds of hope wherever malice grows, nurture that wise tree to bear the fruits that shine hope. Through the darkest path I'll cultivate the enlightened vision, dispelling fear and hatred with thoughts of the highest mission. After soaking the game from the highest masters in the Himalayas, I saw it all from different planar high angles. The injustice and greed that plagued the world like a cancer, poverty and warfare, the products when the banker was the only one eating while good folks were left starving. I pondered, how does one man possess all the world's abundance while the masses labor like slaves and still scrummage just for a plate of bread or a slice of honey to munch up? The evil was staggering, so much lack and struggle, while the wicked sat back enriched and bloated like juggernauts. I said a prayer to the highest on bended knee, please allow me to be a seed that can plant a remedy to uproot the corruption and raise a new valley to munch up. The evil was staggering, so much lack and struggle, while the wicked sat back enriched and bloated like juggernauts. I said a prayer to the highest on bended knee, please allow me to be a seed that can plant the remedy to uproot the corruption and raise a new valley to munch up. The evil was staggering, so much lack and struggle, while the wicked sat back enriched and bloated like juggernaut. But 11 long times we're driving hard daily, little picnic belly a roll just to get the belly full. Nothing to eat, mama struggle and I fret, but still I forgot to make sure we are right. Don't get the crumb, try and plant some little seeds of hope to make sure the families and the people them could grow. I take nourishment from the crops and seedling, so nobody now go hungry from the heathen teeth mentality. Soul supreme, give with the strength and carry on and on. Unplant the trees by rivers of life until the whole of the land is covered in sustenance and guidance, righteousness and wise dance. These lessons hit my spirit as I returned from the Mecca. Rap Master's final teachings were the words I needed to get by, so I could elevate the people through these vocal frequencies. The seeds you sow today become food trees tomorrow see. So plant the positivity even in the darkest valleys where the wicked tree from envy and avidness is rallied. Soon the rays rays of enlightenment will reach in and nourish, and your light will grow powerful, unstoppable, flourishing. Don't lose faith in the prospect of blooming longevity, even when surrounded by hate's deformity. Speak to the virtues, uplift your thoughts through your conductivity. Just keep providing light and that spark a sprig from the luminosity. Uproot the greed, hatred, let empathy and compassion grow. That's how you deactivate the cold for a spiritual glow. One seed at a time until the world's dripping conscious poetry, so all will prosper in abundance. That's the master's true prophecy. So I proceed to plant these seeds of hope in the concrete, where genocide and systematic racism once festered. Uproot the weeds of fear and violence they kept seeding, and replace them with the peace and equality we reaping. One heart at a time, if I can reach them. My whole mission is to spread the conscious truth until it outshines the evils. Lord, give me the strength to prosper in my rendition of being a garden for societal nutrition. I pull music from the ether, extract the flying tuition, so these words can permanently cure our spiritual malnutrition. The seeds of hope, our vegetation is evolution, so